Hello and welcome everyone, my name is The Clever Fool. Today we'll be playing the first episode of Pyrrhus of Epirus in the final campaign in the new expansion, the final official one that is. This one's called A Second Alexander, and we will be going for an achievement called What Would Alexander Have Done?, where we protect all three town centers as we cover the retreat of our allies. Let's go ahead and get started.
How can a man make a name for himself when titans roam the stage of the world? When the heirs of Alexander the Great fight over who will succeed the greatest conqueror there ever was? My friend and master often asks me this question, and I always give him the same answer. Searching for greatness in this way is folly. One can only become content by refusing to give in to such desires. Pyrrhus, of course, politely calls me an idiot when I say this, if not by that exact word. For him, carving a legacy is the one thing that truly gives life meaning. He says, a man must fight unrelentingly to become stronger than all others, until he finds himself alone on the throne of the world, just as Alexander did. To which I politely reply that he is an idiot, if not by that exact word. Pyrrhus was born on the edge of the thunderous storm that is Greek politics. At a young age, he was placed on the throne of Epirus, a small mountain kingdom on the fringe of the civilized world. But before he could get used to how the crown felt upon his head, it was ripped away. The Epirots rose up in rebellion against their young monarch and installed a man named Neoptolemus on the throne. He was a murderous, small-minded man who would sell his own mother for another province to rule. In other words, he was just the sort of unremarkable ruler that the people desired. Landless and crownless, Pyrrhus was forced to escape to the east. Here he joined the court of his brother-in-law, Demetrius, whose father Antigonus was quickly becoming the most powerful of Alexander's successors. Antigonus's growing power alarmed the others. From all over Alexander's broken empire, they now joined forces against him. The two great armies met near the town of Ipsus, in the heart of Antigonus's realm. Serving as one of Demetrius's commanders, Pyrrhus finally found a chance to test his mettle.
Alright, our main objectives are to deliver trade carts to the allied camp. Each surviving cart will bring additional resources to either you or your allies. Pyrrhus is limited to the Bronze Age and a population limit of 75. You can ask your ally Demetrius for military assistance by placing flares on the map. Antigonus, however, will not respond to such calls from a subordinate. Remember that you only have to focus on the enemy facing you to complete your objectives. Your allies will take care of the rest unless they explicitly ask for your help. The Macedonian army's greatest strength is its heavy infantry, which have better line of sight and more pierce armor than those of their opponents. Your scouts report that Pyrrhus in green and a small force have been tasked with delivering supplies to the Antigonids. He will take command on the right flank of the allied army once the battle begins. Demetrius in purple commands the center right of the allied army. He trusts in your skill to command and will send his soldiers where you ask. His army consists of a mix of infantry and cavalry. Antigonus in blue is the leader of your faction. His forces occupy the left and center of the allied base and will do the heavy fighting on those fronts. His armies mainly consist of powerful Macedonian infantry. On the enemy side, Seleucus in red has taken command of the second line. From his base at the rear of the enemy position, he will send his cavalry and bowmen towards all fronts, including yours. In front of him, Lysimachus in cyan commands the first line of the enemy army. His Greek infantry are the most advanced enemy units, and will be a tough match for Antigonus, but he will likely not advance on your position. Finally, Seleucus' son, Antiochus in orange, commands the eastern flank of the enemy army, right in front of where you are camped. His powerful cavalry will be your primary concern. Alright, let's go ahead and get started here.
On your feet, men. The armies have already lined up for battle. We must get the resources to our allies' camps before the assault begins.
Some of Seleucus's men have snuck behind our lines. We cannot allow them to steal our supplies.
Okay, let's take out this force, start knocking down the wall. Have our bowmen focus fire here. There's an attack coming from behind. Okay, we're able to take these guys out in short order. Let's keep scouting forward here.
This looks like the work of Seleucus's men.
Never fear, men. As long as I remain standing, I will fight right alongside you.
Okay, that was a nice clean fight. I'd like to save our cavalry numbers if we can. I think I'm just gonna send my carts straight in. Make a mad dash for it.
So, father has you running errands behind the lines now. Do not worry. You may not show it, but he respects your skill. Otherwise, we would not have given you command of the right flank.
Look to the north, my lord. The battle is starting.
Alright, well, I don't really mind losing my archers. I'm not planning on using them for very
You
long.
cannot possibly stand up to the combined might of the Diadochi. I am the only true heir of Alexander here, Lysimachus. And I will show that today on the field of battle. Charge, men!
Okay, we got villagers online. I'm gonna have them build 2 more academies here. And I want to take out all these stables before the 18-minute mark. If that means that I can take these, build up a little bit on the early side so that my initial Hoplite force gets to stay a little bit alive here, that would be better. That'll be key for this achievement, I think, defeating Orange quickly.
Yuri, Zomus, Bombus, Alanos, Bombus, Yuri, Bombus.
Is this the best you have, Antigonus? Alexander must be rolling in his grave, seeing you fight this poorly.
Yeah, it's a few cavalrymen down. Let's knock out this sentry tower here.
I'm a bit occupied here. You'll have to hold your own for now.
My boy's occupied, apparently.
Yuri. Umbus.
I don't know what the Academy hotkey is.
I'm a bit occupied here. You'll have to hold your own for now.
Use flares to signal your ally to attack.
You'll have to hold your own for now.
But he's a bit
Send the
occupied.
squadron there at once.
Oh,
So you are the man that they sent to face young Pyrrhus? A nobody from the mountains. What was the name of that little kingdom again?
Umbus. Oklahoma.
big fight taking place here. Let's keep these hope lights producing and flowing in. We'll ignore the towers for now. Want to make sure that before the AI turns, we take care of these stables.
Send the squadron there at once.
Okay, thank you, Purple, for helping us. I'm going to focus my efforts on these. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to because these guys are idiots. Let's keep Hoplite production coming. Nice. We're well before the 18-minute mark here. Okay, and we'll bring our units back.
Enemy's eastern flank. Send word to Antigonus to commence the counterattack.
We were too late, my lord. Antigonus' line has broken, and he has begun to retreat.
This cannot be. Very well. We must cover their retreat as best we can. After me, men.
Okay, we did what we could here. Now let's focus on bringing these guys over. Fight Orange here. Or not orange, but red.
Roga. Alamas. Ombus.
Okay, not missing any storage pit text. That's good. And it seems like Teal hasn't shifted to aggro AI yet, which is very good for us. Yeah, you can see the Teal units running back and forth here. Like this guy, this catapult. Oh, he's coming in. But he seems to be the only aggro guy there. Yeah, hopefully he's the exception and not the rule here. Keep pumping these guys out. Keep getting walls. The walls won't help against catapults if we see them. What's this tech take? 180 food. Yeah, and this I think is the play. Otherwise, if you don't succeed before the Teal AI goes aggro, they're just gonna run your position completely over. And you'll know that they're going aggro when Antigonus here will kind of have a voice line where he's catching his breath, saying that they need to regroup. Which for me, the first time I tried this, happened at around the 18-minute mark. If you hit that, then Teal just comes right over your base and just rolls over everyone. Which still may happen. I'm going to shift units everywhere here. You see that? Like now, since they're not in aggro mode, they're kind of pathing back and forth and not coming in and attacking our soldiers. So I am cautiously optimistic here. What's my pop cap? 75. So yeah, so we're pretty much almost completely maxed out. Which is great. Makes this much easier. We only have a minute 46 before things go over. You see this? There's Centurions. There's no way we'd be able to fight these forces if they came through. So it's very intimidating. I do see that they're walking closer and closer. I don't know if they've been walking like this entire time. But essentially, in this state, you only need to worry about red, who sends camel riders, I think. Camel riders are much more fightable for us. And that should be the entire mission, really. We got 30 seconds left. That's really how you get this achievement, I think. You blitz it as quickly as possible, build a couple of extra academies here, get your infantry techs online, roll through the initial cavalry force, use your ally Demetrius to help you with that, and destroy all 6 sables before the 18-minute mark.
Let us leave this cursed battlefield.
There we go. The achievement pops. Not super difficult. Cool. I was worried this one was going to be pretty tough. I watched Ornlu do his, and it looked absolutely brutal. Props to him for being able to manage that after the mark, because damn, I would not have been able to do that.
Despite having never lost a battle during his 80 years on Earth, Antigonus lost both the war and his life at Ipsus. The retreat left Pyrrhus sour. He had routed the enemy on his flank, impressing his superiors with his courage. And yet, it was all for naught. For a time, Pyrrhus wondered if he had tied himself to a sinking ship, yet he remained loyal to Demetrius. In time, that loyalty would pay off, but not in the way that he had expected.
Alright, let's take a quick look at the map here. Yeah, these forces are very scary. Centurion with 37 attack and 14 melee armor versus Hoplites with only 21 attack and 9 melee armor. It wouldn't have been close. It would have been a slaughter if we had to fight against units of this caliber, especially since it looks like they're producing more. But yeah, overall, nice, fun, easy first mission. You just gotta make sure you destroy these 6 stables really, really quickly, and you will be good to go. My name's been The Clever Fool. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.